Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and welcome back to another review. This is for MegaPorkChopExpress. He sent me this, and I wanted to do a review for it because I'd reviewed the first film. Well, not really film, more like documentary. Now, I will admit, this is a time where they did say the definitive guide, and they made a part 2, which I was talking about the Ninja Turtle documentary. It's definitive, but there's a part 2. At least there's a reason for this. Like, first off, I reviewed part 1. I really enjoyed it. This makes sense why it was called the definitive guide. Because it actually did talk about the actual 72 titles that were banned. And guess what? It's not just a 90-some minute documentary where they skipped 70% of the history. This is a 90-some minute documentary on disc 1. This is a 3-disc set. This is number 1. This is the one I reviewed before. See, at least it's a 3-disc set. Isaac Elliott Fisher talking to you, who's doing Turtle Power. See, it's called Definitive Guide. There's 3 discs. And guess what? Disc 1, okay, 90-some minute documentary. But guess what? Disc 2, 5 hours. Disc 3, 4 hours. With the 39 nasties that were successfully prosecuted in UK courts and deemed liable to deprave and corrupt. So if you had this, you'd be arrested or fined or both. And then disc 3. The other 33 nasties that were initially banned, but then subsequently acquitted and removed from the list. And they have trailers for each one, and they talk about every single fucking one of them. And it actually talked about those actual video nasties. This actually makes sense. And he has all this shit. 5 hours, 3 hours. Disc 2, 5 hours. Disc 3, 4 hours. Disc 1, at least that 97-minute documentary. It's not just 97 minutes for the whole fucking thing, and it's called Definitive. Isaac Elliott Fisher, Turtle Power. I'll get to you fucking later down the road. Now we get to part 2. I have to say, this is fantastic. This is complete. I think one of the only issues I had with this one, little things like there were some presenters that I didn't care for, like this girl called Emily Booth or something like that, who sounded fake as fuck because she sounded like a game show hostess. Like, for example, if I talk about video nasties, she'd be, "Hello, folks, this is about video nasties. You know, about the UK stuff. Trailers and much more for all 72 titles on the DPP's Historic 80s Band List." Like, it was fucking fake. And also, it was there was a Section 3, which about 82 other films that were... Was it 82? That there was like a Section 3, like there was 82 films that they would not fine you, they would not arrest you, but they'll take it away from you. And they did with this. So they actually did it right. Now, Video Nasty, the Definitive Guide Part 2. Again, it's a rare occurrence that they do a Part 2, but this actually makes sense. And the first one didn't rip you off, because when you got it, Grant, I got this as a gift, and I'm really glad to have it, because I really got a kick out of these. It's not just 90-some minutes. It's a 3-disc set. Isaac Elliott Fisher. You'll never watch these, but... Definitive Guide Part 2. This goes right after that one. And it's called Draconian Days. And once again, really fascinating stuff. Like, for example, there's this guy who dressed himself up as in a bandana. So people would call him, he was like a Rambo guy. And he had killed some people. So like, oh shit, they're gonna cut some stuff again. They were even cutting stuff in action scenes. Like, for example, when Rambo 3 came out. When Rambo 3 came out, they actually cut shots of the knife. They would cut stuff with crossbows. They cut stuff with weapons. And it was like really like You guys in UK, if you think, man, they will look at sleeves, even text, and they will like edit shit on video sleeves. It's funny, like they talk about, you know, the rating system, like 15, what you can use the word fuck, and they even have a clip from the film called The Runestone, which I know my friend Mike, and I remember watching the film, and I remember liking it okay, but I have to see it again. And they also mentioned how, like, nunchucks and throwing stars, and they would cut those out because people might buy them and imitate them. I like there's even a mention in a clip from Ninja Turtles 2. Even to the point, like, Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, they literally took the chainsaw out of the title, so it was called Hollywood Hookers. That's how fucked up it got over there. And talk about these British blasphemy laws and how a guy, you know, was getting in much trouble who made a smaller film, but yet other bigger films were getting away with stuff. How people in the people doing this were disrespecting the lower class, saying, well, the blue collars, they can't handle it, but we could. How there was this annual debate on The Exorcist, which they say will never go on a video, which I think around 2010 or something like that it finally did go on video, but like they always keep saying it'll never go on video, and they would have like these annual debates on it. You also had the big thing on Child's Play 3, which I thought was probably one of the most interesting parts of the documentary by Jake West and producer Mark Morris and director Jake West, was I think these two kids killed another kid, and I saw this a few days ago. And because the family had a tape of Child's Play 3, they blamed it on Child's Play 3. But then later on, there was taught that the kids never even saw Child's Play 3. And even some of the people on the documentary was like, well, Child's Play is a very tame movie. It's a big, you know, a big studio came out with it. Like, really? Child's Play 3? But then, like, Child's Play 3 got this huge uproar. People were burning Child's Play 3 videotapes, and newspapers saying, burn your video nasties. And I'm like, it's kind of weird. Child's Play 3, all that talking, and never got on any of these banned or stuff lists. Wow. And they were going to ban anything that wasn't suitable to children. I mean, anything. Getting to that point. And then it goes into the, you know, later on where people were doing bootlegs and trading, and how would they feel like drug couriers getting from films from A to B that were banned and stuff, and police raids. They could randomly go on a police raid and come in and take your stuff, and so a lot of interesting stuff. I don't want to give everything away. Now it says this was limited numbered. I have number 5367 of 6666. Why is this limited? I don't understand that. Why is this limited? I don't understand this limited bullshit. I don't like this limited shit. I don't give a fuck. I think anyone should be able to see, let alone get this. And I'm lucky. I thank MegaPorkChopExpress. He didn't have to send me this. Because I'm like, oh man, you know, it's limited. That sucks. And you know, I got this, it was really good, but he was nice enough, he didn't have to do it, but he was nice enough to pick up a copy for me, and he didn't have to do that, and he didn't ask me for anything, he didn't even ask me for a review. So if he's watching, thank you very much. But I really find this stuff interesting. I really find it fascinating. It's a fascinating look. Granted, it didn't happen in the US, but still, it's very interesting. And then on top of that, one of the only things I was like, about this, which I really liked, they have on this on disc 2 and disc 3, which let alone Isaac Elliott Fisher, I keep harping on that. This says over 13 hours, and this is over 13 hours. A lot of fucking hours. This too is 5 hours long. They go from A to L on 82 Section 3 nasties that were seized from video rental shops across the country. Like, they weren't banned? Or maybe they were, but you wouldn't get arrested or fined. But they would take the shit from you. And a lot of these were like, the ones on this one would be stuff like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which never really got a video nasty really enough. It's weird. Like, I watched this again too. What was a video nasty was stuff like, or at least one of them, either one of the 39 nasties or the 33 that were initially banned. So the 72 titles on the nasties list. Yeah, stuff like the Funhouse and Eaten Alive. But yet Texas Chainsaw Massacre was on the Section 3 list. And I'm like, okay. And they do mention that in the... Oh man, they do mention that. Because again, each one, there's an introduction where they talk about the film, or they do a review of the film, or they give their thoughts on the film, or you hear backstories on the film, and then they show a trailer. I love the way they did this. And again, this has stuff like Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let me see if I can look up a list, just in case people are curious. And if you want to know more about this first one, which I didn't know there was a sequel when I did that, check out my review on this one. I go more in depth on my thoughts on it. Sorry. See if they have it, and they might have it. I just want to see if they have. The prosecuted, like, okay, realize these were the prosecuted films: Absurd, Anthropophagus the Beast, Acts, The Beast in Heat, Bloodbath, aka Twitch of the Death Nerve, Bay of Blood, Blood Feast, Blood Rice, The Burning, Cannibal Apocalypse, Cannibal Ferox, I should say, Made Them Die Slowly, Cannibal Holocaust, The Cannibal Man, The Devil Hunter, Don't Go in the Woods, really, The Driller Killer, Evil Speed, Expose, Faces of Death, Fight for Your Life, Flesh for Frankenstein, Force of Fear, aka Toxic Zombies, Gestapo's Last Orgy, The House by the Cemetery, The House on the Edge of the Park, I Spit on Your Grave, Island of Death, The Last House on the Left, Love Camp 7, Madhouse, Mardi Gras Massacre, Nightmares on a Damaged Brain, Night of the Bloody Apes, Night of the Demon, that's the Bigfoot movie that rips the dick off, Snuff, SS Experiment Camp, and Tenebrae, and this fucking thing will go down. The Werewolf and the Yeti, and Zombie Flesh Eaters, aka Zombie, or Zombie 2. Even then, they were released like they would cut the shit. But again, these were prosecuted. Those were the 39 prosecuted. Then the non-prosecuted films, but still part of that 72. The Beyond, The Boogeyman, Cannibal Terror, Contamination, Dead and Buried, Death Trap, aka Eaten Alive, Deep River Savages, Delirium, Don't Go in the House, Don't Go Near the Part, Don't Look in the Basement, The Evil Dead, Frozen Scream, The Funhouse, Human Experiments, I Miss You, Hugs and Kisses, Inferno, Killer Nun, Late Night Trains, Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue, aka Let Sleeping Corpses Lie, Nightmare Maker, aka Night Warning, and Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker, Possession, Prince, aka Dorm the Drip Blood, Prisoner of the Cannibal God, aka Mountain of the Cannibal God, Revenge of the Boogeyman, aka Boogeyman 2, The Slayer, Terrorize, aka Night School, The Toolbox Murders, Unhinged, Visiting Hours, The Witch Who Came from the Sea, Women Behind Bars, and Zombie Creeping Flesh, aka Hell of the Living Dead. Those were the 72 that were the actual video nasties, which, that's why they were the actual video nasties. So it made sense why they were called definitive, because they did talk about the actual video nasties. And I go in depth in that review. Maybe I'll put a link down below for it. But this one, it keeps going on that, so it gives you more, and gives you the rest, which are the films banned by the Bbfc, but not classed as video nasties. So you had films like, I think, was Maniac on here? I don't remember them talking about Maniac. They don't show the 83. They show some of them, like I know Texas Chainsaw Massacre was on there. I know that Shogun Assassin was on there. Extra was on there. I did see Dawn of the Dead, Dawn the Mummy, Rosemary's Killer, aka The Prowler. God, I forgot the 83. I mean, it's 82 movies, so it's hard to remember all 82. It's hard to remember all 82 of them. I just want to get Bloodlust, Bruce and Savages, Cannibals, Dead Kids, Deep Red, Death Weekend, Demented, Eat. No, wait. Oh, Eaten Alive. This is a different that's a cannibal movie. That's not the Tobe Hooper film. Demented, Eaten Alive, Headless Eyes, Hell Prison, Love Butcher, Mark of the Devil, Master Mansion, Savage Terror, Scream for Vengeance, Suicide Cult, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Estro, Zombie Holocaust. Yeah, I know Dawn of the Dead was on there. See if there's one that has all of them. Anyway, I don't think I'll find it, but yeah, I wanted to try to, just in case people are interested with what movies were on there. Sorry, folks. I know it's not the most professional review, but fuck it. This is really everyone's like a vlog. I don't know. I can't fucking find all 82 of them. Yeah, Bloodlust, Bruce and Savages, Cannibals, Dead Kids, Deep Red, Death Weekend, Demented, Eaten Alive. Yeah, they pretty much the same thing I said. Yeah, it's 82 movies, so it's a lot of... Maybe this is the list. And yeah, folks, I know I'm going on. It's 17 minutes, but hey, the guy sent this to me. It's the least I can do. I think this is the whole list. Yeah, Schoolgirls in Chains, The Aftermath, The Black Room. I don't even think it was called... Oh, Bloodlust. Yeah, Blood Song. Film with Paul Naschy, but I forgot the title of it. They have the Los Ojos Azules de la Minutia Rota, but it wasn't called that. Brutes and Savages. Ultimo Mondo Cannibal. I think that's Cannibals. The Chant of Jimmy Blacksmith, The Child, Christmas Evil, Alice Sweet Alice, Dawn the Mummy, Strange Behavior, The House by the Lake, Deep Red, Demented, The Demons, Don't Answer the Phone, Doomed to Die, Enter the Devil, La Medite de Frankenstein. Don't think it was the title, no. The Evil, Richard Crenna, The Executioner, Final Exam, Foxy Brown, Friday the 13th 1 and 2, GBH, I forgot what the actual title for that was. Graduation Day, Ghastly Bloody Horror, I think, or something like that. But Graduation Day, Happy Birthday to Me, Headless Eyes, Escape from Hell, The Original Hills of Eyes, Home Sweet Home, Honeymoon Horror, Inseminoid, Invasion of the Blood Farmers, The Killing Hour, The Last Horror Film, El Ultimo, oh, that's like The Last Hour or something like that. The Love Butcher, The Mad Foxes, that one was, some torture thing with Udo Kier, I forget. Martin, Mansion of the Doomed, Mausoleum, Midnight, Firecracker, The Nesting, Grimm's Fairy Tales for Adults Only, Night of the Living Dead, Night Beast, City of the Walking Dead, Parasite 3D, Phantasm, Pigs, Prey, not The Prey, but there's one called Prey, Prom Night, Rabid, La Tumba de los Muertos Vivientes with Jess Frank. Oh, Oasis of the Dead. That's what that was. Prom Night Rabbit, The Prowler, another cannibal film. Scanners, Stream for Vengeance, Shogun Assassin, The Bilva Col Nitra. I forgot what the hell that was too. Stream for... I can't remember. Suicide Cult, Superstition, Suspiria, The Terror, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Thing, Blood Demon, The Toy Box, Legend of the Wolf Woman, Wrong Way, Estro, Zombie Holocaust, Dawn of the Dead, Zombie Lake. So yeah, sorry, I know that took a while, but I wanted to get all of them on there. So each one of them gets a trailer, and they get like an intro. Either they talk about the film, or a little bit of backstory, or they talk about their thoughts on the film, or so on and so forth. I thought, you know, with this, why don't they do this for slasher films of the 80s? Or something like that. Instead of the... I have Going to Pieces, and then there was one overseas which was sent to me by a very nice person, Slice and Dice. But that one, it was only like an hour and 15 minutes. But I'm glad I have it, thanks to Murat. I probably said his name wrong. I fucked it up. Do that a lot. But why don't they do this for slasher films here in the US? Like, slasher films, The Definitive Guide, and you do, like this too, you have trailers for every single fucking slasher movie, and intros. You know, if I could, I would love to do that. Like, take every slasher film from the 80s, and like, have the trailer, and then have like an intro. And but I don't know. I don't know any fucking personal information on it. So, or like you have someone who's like a big fan of it, or you have footage, or you have like something. But I wouldn't know where to start on that. But that'd be so awesome to do that. Why can't they do it? If they do it overseas, they did it in video Nasties, which is really cool. I don't think there'll be a part 3, and that's fine because this says it all. Oh yeah, and that Emily Booth I was talking about, she's not in part 2. I thought she was annoying in this one. They didn't bring her back for this, which I was happy with. So this was really good too. If you liked this one, part 1, you should definitely check out part 2. I really liked it. These are really good. I'm really glad I have this. They were both gifts, and thank you so much. I would never have gotten these without you know, nice people out there, and they didn't have to do it at all. So I'm very lucky on that. I am very, very lucky. And I had to see to really... These are definitive. These make sense. They have a reason to call themselves that. Isaac L.A. Fisher, executive producer of Turtle Power, your 90-some minute documentary that has no jack shit on it, no features, anything, and gets rid of 70-75% of the fucking history. 90-some minutes, 13 hours. 90-some minutes, 13 hours on part 2. 90-some minute documentary, but they have a disc 2, which is 5 hours, and a disc 3, which is like 4.5 hours on each one. Now the disc 1 on them, they say over 3 hours, and I don't really buy that timeline. I don't really buy that. Because it's only 90-some minute documentary, and the only other stuff is image gallery of 300 rare British fanzine covers from 85 to 95, image gallery of 82 band video sleeves, image gallery of 72 band video sleeves, Easter eggs. And I'm like, did that really come up to another like 2 hours worth of stuff? But yeah, I don't really see that. But this 2 is 5 hours. I clocked it. This 3 is 4.5 hours. Because when I watch, it'll say the time and stuff. But yeah, I really enjoy this. I know it's a lengthy review, but it deserves it. If you can get your hands on these, it's well worth a look. Volume 1 and then Volume 2. These actually deserve the word definitive on there. You can't get more definitive than this on these video nasties. This is definitive. Nucleus Films and these guys like Jake West and producer Mark Morris and shit, they know what the fuck they're doing. Except the limited edition for part 2. That's stupid. I don't buy that's stupid shit. But that's really my problem with this part 2. This should not be fucking limited. It's stupid. Part 1 was limited, so why the fuck do you make your part 2 limited? Again, it's fucking stupid. But yeah, I really did enjoy it though. So thank you, MegaPorkChopExpress. You didn't have to do that. It was very kind of you to do so. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you later. Bye bye, and fuck you, Isaac Fisher. Sorry. I'm sorry. This fucking bullshit. These are definitive. They actually deserve the title. You haven't seen the doc yet. I will. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. And if I'm right, I'm going to tear a new asshole into something. But we'll see you later. Bye.